Well, Trump seems to be caught in a war with no clear exit. What was predicted as a calibrated strike to reassert deterrence has now triggered a cascading crisis across West Asia. Iran has responded with precision and skill. Shipping lanes are under threat, energy markets are on edge, and diplomatic channels are straining. Iran's response has exposed a critical misread in Washington. Washington is now juggling escalation and containment, but the cost of miscalculation is rising by the hour. We'll give you all the details on this next report. Take a look.
The war has now reached a 3-week mark. Iran's response has been far more sophisticated and widespread than anticipated. This is a war where the objective, from the American standpoint, keeps changing. What began as a mission to strike and deter Iran has now morphed into something far more complex, with no end goal in sight. At first, it was about targeted military action.
Well, you keep saying something, Iran? It seems like that would be the best thing that could happen. For 47 years, they've been talking. In the meantime, we've lost a lot of lives while they talk.
Then, about protecting U.S. troops. Now it's about defending Gulf allies, securing global energy flows, and keeping the Strait of Hormuz open. According to multiple reports, this expansion was not fully planned. The Strait of Hormuz is now the world's most dangerous flashpoint. Nearly 20% of global oil passes through this critical, narrow waterway. Iran knows that this is its strongest leverage, but the country has not fully closed the strait because it doesn't need to.
No, I'm not putting troops anywhere. If I were, I certainly wouldn't tell you, but I'm not putting troops, and we will do whatever is necessary to keep the price.
Instead, Iran is raising the cost of using it. Warnings to commercial shipping, threats of naval mines, drone surveillance, and signals that any escalation could turn this into a full-blown maritime crisis. Iran's actions have triggered jitters in the oil markets. Shipping insurance costs are spiking, and the U.S. Navy is being forced into a constant protection role, stretching its resources. Trump says U.S. allies will join in, but so far there's no clear coalition with defined rules of engagement. The biggest problem is that the U.S. misread Iran. Washington appears to have calculated that Iran would respond, but in a limited, controlled manner. Instead, Iran has escalated sideways, not just direct strikes, but pressure across the entire region, targeting economic nodes, threatening shipping lanes, and activating multiple war fronts without triggering an all-out war. This is calibrated chaos, and it's working, because it puts the US in a trap. If America escalates, it risks a wider war across West Asia. But if it holds back, Iran continues to squeeze, slowly raising the costs. And all the while, the objective keep expanding, the risks keep rising, and the exit options for US keep shrinking.